to another exciting episode of Casting and Cooking. Today we are making chuck roast burnt ends. We're using my weeknight recipe. We're going to get this all done in about 3.5 hours. It's an easy recipe that you guys could do at home. The secret is you cut the chuck roast in 1.5 inch cubes. We're going to go ahead and cut them in cubes. We're going to toss them in the Cuisinart bourbon molasses seasoning, and then we'll go ahead and put on some Cuisinart maple bacon seasoning as well. And then we're going to use the Cuisinart cherry rum pellets here. Now we'll put them on the smoker at 225 degrees until we get an internal temperature of 165. Once we get them to 165, we're going to go ahead and kick that up to 275, and then they'll be done in about 3 hours. Once we get to that 3-hour point and we're at about 202 degrees internal temperature, we're going to go ahead and make our glaze. Now our glaze consists of some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, a little bit of brown sugar, honey, and in this case I use rum. You could use bourbon, any kind of liquor. Feel free to make whatever kind of sauce you like. This recipe is sure to be a home run. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, comment below, ring that bell so you don't miss any notifications. Stay tuned. Alright, so we've had our chuck roast burnt ends marinating all day with the maple bacon and bourbon molasses seasoning. This is how they look. A little trick I like to use, if you take this baking rack and you put it over a pan, it's an easy cleanup, and then you can use the pan after to toss them in barbecue sauce once they're ready. So you want to set these out evenly on here for your cook. So we're going to lay these out nice. If you know what side of your grill is the hot side, you want to put the thicker ones towards the hot side. Alright, so we got these all on here all set up. The Cuisinart Twinoaks is almost ready and heated up. So we're going to go ahead and get these on the smoker. So we are right at 225. We're going to go ahead and set this on the smoker. So I have my ink birds inserted. We got our temperature monitoring probe. We want to keep the temperature around 225 on there, and we got our ink bird inserted in one of the bigger pieces of meat. Like I said, we're looking for 195 internal temperature before we pull this off. Alright, so we've been going for about an hour, so we're going to go ahead and spritz our meat with apple cider vinegar. Okay, so it's been another 30 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and spray down our chuck roast burnt ends once again. So we're about 2 hours and 20 minutes in. We're at 163 degrees internal temperature. We're going to go ahead and bump the temperature up to 275. Alright, so our burnt ends are almost ready. So we're going to go ahead and get our sauce ready. So we're going to put in about a half a cup of barbecue sauce. We're going with Sweet Baby Ray's. We'll put in a couple tablespoons of honey. Doesn't have to be perfect. put in a little bit of brown sugar. We're using light brown sugar. You can use dark brown sugar if that's what you got. Just a little bit. And we're going to put in a little bit of rum. You can use bourbon, whatever you have on hand. I just happen to have some rum. This is just to thin out the sauce. Just a little splash. And then we're going to go ahead and put that on the stove and mix that up and get that ready. Okay, so the burn ends have reached 203 degrees. We went a little bit hotter than we originally planned. We pulled them off the smoker. You can see the nice color we have here. You can go ahead and break one of these apart. Let's see what we're looking at color-wise. I'm going to go ahead and slice one of these for you as well. You see the juice in there? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and toss these into the pan. You can leave the grease in there, it's going to give it flavor. We had one we lost. That one's for the dog. So we'll go ahead and mix these in the pan here. Set this aside. We've got our barbecue sauce here. Go ahead and mix that in there. Give everything a nice little mix. We're going to go ahead and put these back on. Okay, so we got our burn ends off the smoker. They're going to sit on the baking sheet and rest for about 5 minutes.